AWS SDK JavaScript v3 is perhaps one of the single most important and popular repositories on the internet there is. It runs on effectively every single cloud instance up in the cloud on AWS's kind of hosted service. If this were to be compromised, like half of the Fortune 500 companies would be compromised along with it. And someone actually figured out how to do it. Yikes. Now just wait until you see this. Just wait. I actually just genuinely feel bad for it, because when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just so obvious. Your heart goes out for the team, okay? Because it's such a simple mistake that I know for a fact that I would have made. Now, this particular bug, once again, involves cloud CI integration. It kind of seems like the theme of the last 365 days have been, hey, you got a cloud CI? You probably got a vulnerability. And this one comes courtesy, of course, of AWS CodeBuild. Now, it's nothing that AWS CodeBuild it did itself. It's just configuration. Again, it's just the same stuff every single time. There's a YAML file out there, and it's going to ruin your company. Of course, for those that don't know anything about AWS CodeBuild, it's a fully managed continuous integration service that compiles source code, run tests, and produces software packages that are ready to deploy. Thanks, AI. I appreciate that, old Gemini. You little rascal. Now, the most recent one that comes to mind from these CI vulnerabilities, of course, is the big Singularity NX hack, where a simple echo statement of the PR's title allowed a hacker to gain control of the entire NX repository system and then release out malicious ones that would exfiltrate important tokens from users of said NX packages, or even transcendentally using NX packages. Now, luckily, this time it's not Shah-Halud or Singularity just giving it to us. Instead, these are some white hat hackers who were able to just take control of the AWS JS SDK and were able to get admin rights and then have the whole thing fixed. Now, here's how it happened. Just like GitHub, this CodeBuild has this kind of like webhook thing that goes on, in which you have like push and pull request created and pull request updated, all the same kind of hooks you would expect. And then right here, it says actor ID. And then you see this kind of list of actor IDs. Now, I already know some of you right away looked at that and went, oh my gosh, no, please tell me it's not so. Please tell me it is not so. Yes, it is so. It is that simple. Now, for the rest of us, if you really look at that list, like zoom in, okay? Look at the list. Why would you ever separate a bunch of numbers with bars, right? Like, wouldn't you use commas? Well, yes, that's if you wanted a comma-separated list. This is not a comma-separated list. This is a regex. Now, me personally, I have my own kind of run-in with the regex. You may look at this right here. This is the old Netflix TV sign-in. I accidentally added a regex way back in the day, like 10 years ago, where you could just keep on clicking at Gmail and you'd keep on getting more at Gmails, but it said your email address was valid. Okay, I've personally been bit by regexes, so I cannot judge the fine folks over at this AWS JS SDK v3. All right, so for those that don't actually have any idea what's happening, let me just type this up really quickly for you, okay? So I'm gonna go like this, const A equals, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, pipe, 1, 3, 3, 7. So that is pretty much the exact same thing, right? It's a regex with the pipe separator saying, hey, either one of these numbers. Now I go like this, A test, and then I can put in something here like 1, 2, 3, 4, and look, that's true. If I put in 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, you'll notice, oh, no, that's not correct. If I put in 1, 3, 3, 7, it is correct. 1, 3, 3, 8, though, not correct. So where is the bug? Well, it's as simple as this. You see that number? Do you think that passes the above check? Why, yes, it does. So that means the attackers just had to have an account ID on GitHub that had at least the same subset of numbers. Their ID just simply had to contain one of these many IDs. And look at this one, 755743. That probably happens every now and then on GitHub. That's not even a very long number. So our fine friends over at Wiz.io, the ones who originally discovered this bug, what they did is this. They figured out it was kind of like a global race condition against a GitHub. A new GitHub account, every 2 GitHub accounts are created a second. And so all they had to do was wait until they got near an ID that appeared on that list, and then they just created literally hundreds of accounts in that moment, and boom, they got an account who had an ID who contained that sub match. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, what's the big deal? Why does that matter? Okay, you can run these CI jobs. What really actually matters with this? Well, here's the thing, is a lot of these CI jobs, it's not the fact that you can run them that is the problem. It's that you get to choose what gets ran, because in most of these environments, they have privileged GitHub tokens because they have to do things on behalf of GitHub. They have to close down PRs. They have to say, yes, this can be merged. No, this can't be merged. Sometimes they allow for auto merging from one branch to another. Second, there's all these NPM tokens that NPM, there we go. there it is. You have all these NPM tokens that exist, and that allows you to like push or delete or do whatever the heck goes on in NPM these days. I don't think you can delete anymore, but you can do all this and push up your own version. So if you can control CI, theoretically, I could add a new CI job or a set of tasks that need to be ran during CI, in which goes into your process env, gets all of the tokens from your process env, and then sends it out to one of my own personal little clouds. And I could go, oh, look at this, my little cloud. My little cloud has all of your tokens, and now I can use your tokens to get everything, okay? Now, guess what? Now you're gonna have to hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your husbands because I'm out there taking everybody's tokens. And of course, this would allow me then to publish, say, my own versions of your SDK. And this is effectively exactly what happened with the Singularity hack in NX, is that all they had to do was get a hold of a running GitHub action, and once you get that, oh baby, you get those keys to the kingdom. And honestly, when I see this, I just feel so bad because of course it's a regex. It's always a regex. I swear, there's just something so funny about the fact that it's always a regex. There are memes dedicated to the fact that it's always a regex. There was even a fun phrase during like 2014, 2015 era over at Netflix where we used to say that 50% of all production bugs were in fact could be like traced back to a regex. It is always a regex. I don't know why. I don't know how. They just always are there screwing your life over. Awesome article. You should go read about it. It's really, really good. This is up on Wiz.io. And of course, there's a shorter version of just the tweet highlight reel if you want to go look at that. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching. The name is You're Never Gonna Catch Me Using a Regexogen. By the way, have you ever met people that call them regex? I mean, I actually agree with the fact that they probably should be called regex because it's a regular expression, regex. But some odd reason, I just feel like they're called regexes. Same with character versus char. Why do I call it a char? Shouldn't it be a car? A car star is the appropriate way to say a character pointer. I don't... What is wrong with me that I just have these... I just decide some G's need to go ja. Just like GitHub probably should be GitHub. I should, honestly, if I was honest with myself, it'd just be called GitHub. Hey, is that HTTP? Get that out of here. That's not how we order coffee. We order coffee via SSH, terminal.shop. Yeah, you want a real experience? You want real coffee? You want awesome subscriptions so you never have to remember again? Oh, you want exclusive blends with exclusive coffee and exclusive content? Then check out Cron. You don't know what SSH is? Well, maybe the coffee's not for you.
Terminal coffee in hand, live in the